Hi guys, I recently picked up this Yeti 1.9 liter pitcher to replace a plastic one that I had. I've been using the pitcher for a couple weeks now and it's been great, so I thought I'd tell you guys about it. First of all, the Yeti pitcher is fairly basic looking with a very clean design. There's really no unnecessary design elements. It doesn't get simpler than this. The jug comes in many different colors, so there's probably going to be a variation for everyone. As you can see, I opted for the white version. I just really like how clean it looks. The bottom of the jug has a grippy rubber base, which is nice when putting it down because it is on the heavy side. The inside of the pitcher was the main selling point for me. It's coated in ceramic, which makes maintaining it a lot easier. I'll get more into this later in the video. The lid is also very nicely designed. It's basically the same lid as the tumblers, but it's not completely round. It's to account for the pouring spout. In order to secure the lid, you have to align the lid with the indents in the pitcher, then screw it in a few degrees. After that, it locks in pretty good. The lid also has a small hole to allow for hot air and steam to vent. Because of this, the lid is not spill proof, it's only splash proof. If you're looking for something that is spill proof, you're better off looking at a traditional thermos. Here's a shake test to give you an idea of what to expect. A problem with the lid is that you're always going to get excess liquid on the lid or on the spout. You can see what I mean when I pour some tea here. Like all Yeti tumblers, it's made from metal, so it's going to have some weight to it. When empty, it weighs 1.5 kilograms or 3.5 ounces. That's a lot heavier than any jug I've ever owned. Then when it's full, you can double the weight. So for a total full weight, it's going to be around 3.4 kilograms or 7.5 pounds. The weight is definitely a negative. There's really no reason for something like this to be that heavy. Saying that, you do get used to it. So, if you plan to keep the pitcher on a high shelf, you may want to consider something else. As I mentioned earlier, the inside is coated in ceramic, which makes cleaning a lot easier. The problem I have with plastic and stainless steel is that it stains very easily with tea. Here's what my old tea jug looked like after a year of use. I didn't use the plastic jug to brew any hot tea, just to store the cooled down iced tea. And here's what I've been using as my teacup. The tea stains come off after some scrubbing, but in the corners, those areas are impossible to clean. So here's how the jug looks like after a couple weeks of brewing hot tea and storing the chilled iced tea. Nothing has stained to the surface of the pitcher. You can easily wipe the tea off with a sponge or paper towel. And because it's an insulated pitcher, we'll do a heat retention test. I'll start by brewing some tea and we'll see how it fares after 6 hours. The starting temperature is about 85 degrees Celsius or 185 Fahrenheit. After the full 6 hours, we are at about 56 degrees Celsius or 132 Fahrenheit. The pitcher was left at room temperature on my counter the entire time. From the graph, you can see the temperatures evening out. You're going to lose the most temperature in the first few hours, but after 5 or 6 hours, it looks as though the heat loss begins to reduce. So overall, I have mostly positive things to say about the Yeti Pitcher. Definitely works great for what I need it for, brewing large batches of tea. Once again guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments.